In the winter of 1989, on the streets of Berlin before the Berlin Wall dividing East and West Germany had fallen, the US and the Soviet Union were locked in the Cold War and tensions were running high. At that time MI6 agent James, who carried sensitive intelligence, was on the run, but the next second something unexpected happened. A killer stepped out of a car and aimed a gun at him. James thought he would die at the hands of the formidable Satchel, but to his surprise he was taken out by just an ordinary KGB hitman. The killer Bakhtin removed James' watch, but behind that watch lay the beginning of a bloody trail. Bakhtin slung James' body over his shoulder, then tossed him into the river. 10 days later, a woman covered in wounds climbed out of an ice bath, tears slowly slipping from her eyes. She poured herself a glass of vodka with ice, then opened a drawer where a photo of her and James appeared. They had once been a loving couple, but now she could only burn the photo as a tribute to a love that could never return, because she too had been an MI6 agent. After getting dressed, Lorraine went to MI6 to report everything that had happened over the last 10 days. It turned out that just one day after James's death, her superiors had summoned her. Not only was she fluent in Russian, but she was also skilled at intelligence gathering, an expert at escaping, and one of the best at hand-to-hand combat. These were the very skills needed to fight Soviet operatives. Her superior got straight to the point. James had been MI6 undercover agent in Berlin. He was killed the night before during a mission, and that morning, his body was pulled from the Spree River. The coroner recovered a 7.62mm revolver bullet from his skull, proving the killer was Soviet. The reason James was killed was that the night before, he had met with an East German security agent, codenamed Spyglass. MI6 had agreed to grant Spyglass immunity in exchange for an important microfilm document containing a code name list. That file was hidden in James's watch, and it held the identities of all active undercover agents, along with the details of their covert work. This document was essentially the atomic bomb that could hand the Soviets victory in the 40-year Cold War, and now it was likely in the hands of the man who killed James. According to their intel, the killer was KGB's Bakhtin. Since Bakhtin had no record of leaving the country, MI6 believed he was still in Berlin, and it wasn't just MI6 after him. The Americans, the French and the Soviets themselves were searching too. MI6 had already placed their top field agent David in Berlin. Now they had three objectives for Lorraine. First, to retrieve James's body. Second, to meet with David and do whatever it took to get the list back, because if the Soviets got it, MI6 would be completely finished. And third, to track down a double agent named Satchel, dead or alive.